A speaker has not been elected. A speaker has not been elected. A speaker has not been elected.
There is no House. The House has no members. The work of Congress needs to get done.
This is unreal. For the first time in 100 years, our U.S. Congress, the House of Representatives, does not have a Speaker of the House after the first day of voting. And this is historic, and everything has paused. Just to clarify, I know there's a lot of people on the channel wondering about stimulus checks, child tax credits, Social Security increases, everything that has been promised. But you guys, nothing can get done. We cannot move forward in Congress with anything until there is a Speaker of the House. Take a look at the headlines coming out. This is historic news. For the first time in 100 years, the House has to hold multiple Speaker votes as we do not have a Speaker. Kevin McCarthy thought that he was going to become the Speaker easily now that the Republicans are in control of the House. And guess again, there is a small group of Republicans that are not happy with him, and they're saying the cherry blossoms will bloom in D.C. before they vote for Kevin McCarthy.
Maybe the right person for the job of Speaker of the House isn't someone who has sold shares of themselves for more than a decade to get it.
Wow, I'm going to be sharing with you some video footage of what they're saying about this. And you guys, just to clarify, like I said, we cannot move forward until we have a speaker. Now, this has happened before. It's over 100 years ago. The longest that we've had to stall to get a speaker was 2 months, which means if it takes that long, nothing gets done in the meantime. Now, take a look at this. New Congress Live updates. GOP standoff over the House Speaker enters its second day today. Kevin McCarthy may only have himself to blame. I'm going to share with you what they're saying. And Matt Gaetz is one of those saying no to McCarthy. And he responds after Donald Trump urges support for Kevin McCarthy, and he says it's sad. Gaetz says Trump's endorsement of the embattled Republican changes neither my view of McCarthy nor Trump's nor my vote. So man, you guys, let me know your thoughts. We will see. But right now, Republicans were supposed to be celebrating as they took over the House, but now we're seeing that there is division in the party. They can't agree amongst themselves who is going to be the leader. And man, we are on pause until this gets resolved. So let's take a look at the video footage so you can see it for yourself. Now, before we do me a quick favor. Smash the like button. Just takes a second if you appreciate the updates, keeping you up to speed on everything going on. And if you want to stay up to date, it's totally free. Why not? Just takes a second. All you got to do is hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. I'll keep you up to speed on everything taking place so you know what's happening, what's available to help out you and your family. And let's take a look at what's going on as chaos has ensued in the House of Representatives as there is a leaderless GOP majority in the House, and we can't do anything until they figure it out.
The first day of the new Congress ended in a stalemate and without a speaker. Today was supposed to be all about the Republicans celebrating taking control of the House. But it quickly turned into a battle as hard-right GOP members blocked Kevin McCarthy's bid for House Speaker during 3 separate votes. It is the first time in a century that the House failed to elect a new speaker on the first ballot. The House is now adjourned until tomorrow at noon. Tonight, NBC News shot this video of pizzas on their way into the Speaker's office, where McCarthy has been meeting with members of his caucus. And McCarthy says he is not dropping out of the race for Speaker.
Members are talking. We're walking through. I think we'll find our way to get there. And this is a healthy debate. It might not happen on the day we want it, but it's going to happen.
How long are you willing to continue this battle?
I don't really see the battle. We're not that far away. We only need 11 more votes to win.
Earlier today, McCarthy was defiant and clearly ready to fight for the gavel.
To drop out of this race?
No.
How long were you willing to go?
Sounds like he will go all the way. Despite the efforts of his supporters, he was unable to get those 218 votes that he needs to actually become Speaker.
I rise today to nominate the gentleman from California, Kevin McCarthy, as Speaker of the House to lead America's new Republican majority.
No persons having received a majority of the whole number of votes cast, a speaker has not been elected.
And I think Kevin McCarthy is the right guy to lead us. We need to rally around him. I hope you'll vote for Kevin McCarthy.
Maybe the right person for the job of Speaker of the House isn't someone who has sold shares of themselves for more than a decade to get it. Maybe Jim Jordan is the right person for Speaker of the House.
A speaker has not been elected.
Let's meet the challenges that the American people sent to all of us. Let's start by electing Kevin McCarthy as our next speaker. I yield back.
A speaker has not been elected.
20 Republicans in total rejected McCarthy on that third ballot. Democratic leader, however, Hakeem Jeffries, he actually ended up with more votes than McCarthy because all 212 Democrats remained united. Meanwhile, Donald Trump himself, who endorsed McCarthy for the job, he's now sounding a little less definite. Today, NBC News asked Trump if he'll continue to support McCarthy, and his response was this: "We'll see what happens." A short time ago, McCarthy told NBC that he spoke to Trump tonight and that the former president said he still, in fact, supports him.
Looking live at Capitol Hill, where Republicans should take control of the House tomorrow. But first, they have to elect a speaker. Kevin McCarthy reportedly told fellow Republicans he will support a rules change, making it easier for Congress to change speakers in a bid to get support of those against him. So what will that concession make a difference to the 5 Republicans, including our next guest, who say they will not vote for McCarthy? Virginia Congressman Bob Good joins us now. Congressman, thank you for taking time joining us here on the January 2nd, first day. You're going to have a busy day tomorrow on the Hill. My first question to you, sir, because you're one of the 5, is there any scenario under which you could support and vote for Kevin McCarthy?
No, I won't be voting for Kevin McCarthy tomorrow. He's part of the problem. He's not part of the solution. I'll be following the will of my constituents, the voters of Virginia's 5th District, who hundreds of which have told me over the past couple of years not to support Kevin McCarthy. What I told them when I started my first term 2 years ago is I would judge him by what he did as minority leader, and there's nothing he's done to earn my vote. There's nothing that indicates to me that he's going to change his pattern since he's been in leadership, where he's part of the swamp cartel. He's the reason on the Republican side why we passed massive omnibus spending bills like just got rammed down our throats by Republicans in the Senate. He was part of that in leadership since he's been in leadership over the past 8 years. There's nothing about Kevin McCarthy that indicates that he will bring the change that's needed to Washington or that's needed to the Congress, or he'll bring the fight against the Biden-Schumer agenda and represent the interests of the voters who sent us to Washington to bring real change.
Congressman, you wrote in an op-ed that we must elect a speaker who will pursue a true conservative policy agenda. So if it's not Kevin, who would you vote for?
Well, what we'll do is we'll block Kevin. There'll be, I suspect, 10 to 15 members who will vote against him on the first ballot tomorrow that will vote for Andy Biggs. But then I think you'll see on the second ballot an increasing number of members vote for a true candidate who can represent the conservative center of the conference, can motivate the base, inspire Republicans across the country, get to 218 votes, bring our conference together to fight against the radical Democrat agenda, the most extreme agenda we've ever seen.
Wait, let me stop you there. Who is that name? Here we are in the 11th hour. There are no names. Give me a name. It's not Andy Biggs. Andy Biggs isn't going to win.
Well, I'm going to resist for a few more hours what I have resisted for the last several weeks, because, as you know, if we were to put forth a name right now or over the last few weeks, that person would suffer all the attacks and retaliation and all the threats.
So you don't have a name. I mean, what leader?
Absolutely. Griff, you'll see that name tomorrow on the second ballot.
So there you have it, you guys. Now, we will see. I will keep you up to date. Kevin McCarthy, will he become the Speaker of the House? As you guys know, Nancy Pelosi has stepped down. Republicans are now in control. They're trying to vote somebody in. We're going to see. I'll let you guys know. And like I said, any legislation for anything. I know a lot of people on the channel are waiting for Social Security increases, child tax credits, stimulus checks. They are all on pause until they can resolve this. There is no chance of any legislation going through until we have a Speaker of the House. So I will keep you guys up to date, and check out this video right here to see that we just recently heard from President Joe Biden. More is going to be coming in 2023, but not until they resolve the Speaker of the House issues. Check out this video next, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.